It's not enough to have a good mind. The important thing is to use it well. Namaskar, welcome to PT Pointers, and in this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion with ELIZA effect, which was among the first computer programs to simulate conversation with a person like today's chatbots. It used simple pattern matching and substitution to create an illusion of conversation. It was an initiative of MIT professor Joseph Wenzenbaum. Our next headline is related to Operation Storm Makers 2, which is Interpol's first operation specifically targeting the phenomenon of human trafficking fueled fraud. It mobilized law enforcement in 27 countries across Asia and other regions to target human trafficking and migrant smuggling, and recently it has revealed further evidence that crime trend is expanding beyond Southeast Asia, and victims are often lured through fake job ads and forced to commit online fraud on an industrial scale. And here fraud scheme include fake cryptocurrency instruments as well as work from home, lottery, and online gambling scams. Our next headline is related to PM Vishwakarma scheme, and it is in the news because recently more than 20 lakh applications have been received under PM Vishwakarma scheme. And now let's know more about PM Vishwakarma scheme. So friends, it is a central sector scheme, which means it is fully funded by the union government, and it is aimed to provide end-to-end support to artisans and craft people who work with their hands and tools. And under the scheme, artisans and craftspeople will be provided recognition through PM Vishwakarma certificate and ID card and credit support up to 1 lakh in first tranche and rupees 2 lakh in second tranche with concessional interest rate of 5%. Our next headline is related to persona non grata, and it is in the news because recently Sudan's foreign ministry declared 15 UAE diplomats persona non grata. Now, what is persona non grata? So, friends, it is a Latin phrase which means unwelcome person, and in diplomacy, it refers to a diplomat or foreign person whose entering or remaining in a certain country has been prohibited by that country, and this designation received diplomatic meaning at the 1961 Vienna Convention for Diplomatic Relations, and Article 9 of the treaty mentions that a country can declare any member of a diplomatic staff persona non grata at any time without having to explain its decision. Our next headline is related to Pinna nobilis, which is endemic to Mediterranean Sea. It is also known as clam or noble pen shell, and it play an important ecological role by filtering seawater and allowing other organisms to flourish. And it has been observed that it faced many threats including over-exploitation, habitat loss, pollution, and invasive species. An IUCN Red List of threatened species classifies Pinna nobilis as critically endangered species. And as you can see here, this is the image of Pinna nobilis. Our next headline is related to Article 370 of the Constitution, and it is in the news because Constitution Bench headed by Chief Justice of India, is scheduled to give its verdict on the abrogation of Article 370 of the Constitution on 11th December, which means today. And do you know, friends, special status of Jammu and Kashmir under Article 370 of the Constitution was revoked by Parliament in August 2019, and former state was split into two union territories, Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. Now let's know more about Article 370. So friends, it gave special status to Jammu and Kashmir in the Indian Union and restricted the centre's legislative powers with respect to the state, and it also gave the state legislature special powers to draft its own constitution. And Article 35A was introduced into the constitution through Article 370, and it empowered the Jammu and Kashmir state legislature to define the permanent resident of the state and their special rights and privileges. Now recently, world's first comprehensive laws to regulate artificial intelligence have been agreed between the European Parliament and European Union member states. It will govern artificial intelligence, social media, and search engines. And with this, European Union becomes the first continent to set clear rules for the use of AI And this agreement includes strong restrictions on facial recognition technology and on using AI to manipulate human behavior, alongside provisions for tough penalties for companies breaking the rules. Our next headline is related to Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and it is in the news because yesterday was Human Rights Day, which was celebrated every year on December 10th to commemorate the day in 1948 when the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was ratified by the United Nations General Assembly. And theme of this year is freedom, equality, and justice for all. Now let's know more about Universal Declaration. So friends, General Assembly of the United Nations adopted the declaration on 10th December 1948, and it consists of a preamble and 30 articles setting out fundamental rights and freedoms. Article 1 states that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. And Article 2 says that everyone is entitled to all rights and freedoms without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Our next and last headline is related to Youth for Unnati and Vikas with AI, which is a collaborative initiative of National E-Governance Division, which works under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. It is designed to equip the youth with essential AI skills, and it is also aimed to enable school students from class 8 to class 12th across nation with AI skills and empower them to become human-centric designers and users of artificial intelligence. So with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.